They say, silence speaks louder than words. But what if I told you? Silence doesn't just speak, it controls. In a world where everyone is desperate to be heard, the person who says less becomes more respected, more mysterious, more powerful. Welcome to the silence psychology, the secret weapon of confident minds and unstoppable leaders. By the end of this video, you'll understand why those who master silence end up mastering everyone around them. Think about the last argument you had. Maybe someone raised their voice, tried to dominate, tried to prove they were right. But the moment you stopped replying, when you just looked at them, they started to lose control. That's the psychology of silence. Silence makes people uncomfortable. They start filling the void with their own words, their own guilt, their own insecurity. Meanwhile, you remain calm, in control, untouchable. This is why emotionally intelligent people use silence as a weapon of strength. When you're silent, you're not showing weakness, you're showing restraint. You're saying, I don't need to prove myself. My presence is enough. Every time you choose silence over reaction, you are training your mind to rise above emotional chaos. And the truth is, most people can't handle that level of composure. Here's what psychologists say about silence. The human brain hates uncertainty. When you don't respond, people's minds start creating stories. Did I say something wrong? Are they angry? Do they know something I don't? That's psychological dominance. You've seen this play out everywhere. The teacher who pauses before answering. The boss who just stares after a mistake. The mysterious person who doesn't overshare. That quiet energy creates curiosity and respect. It forces people to value your words because you don't give them away easily. When you're constantly talking, explaining, defending, you're giving away your power. But when you pause, when you say less, your words start to carry weight. Remember this rule. The more you talk, the less people listen. The less you talk, the more they pay attention. Let's make this practical. Here's how you can apply the silence psychology in real life. 1. In arguments, don't rush to defend yourself. Stay quiet. Let the other person expose their own weakness. The calmer you are, the louder your silence becomes. 2. In conversations, listen more than you speak. People love being heard. When you stay quiet, you learn faster, build deeper connections, and appear more intelligent. 3. In negotiations, after making your offer, pause. Don't fill the silence. That pause creates tension, and in that tension, most people surrender first. 4. In social situations, you don't need to talk to be noticed. Sometimes, being the one observing, smiling slightly, speaking only when necessary makes you magnetic. 5. When angry or emotional, silence is your superpower. Because when you speak in anger, you lose respect. But when you control your tongue, you control the situation. Silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. Ever wonder why mysterious people seem more attractive? Because mystery forces curiosity. When you reveal everything about yourself, people stop wondering. But when you say less, they start thinking more. This works in dating, in friendships, in business. The most charismatic people don't talk all the time. They say just enough. And that just enough keeps you thinking about them long after they've left the room. Even in storytelling, what you don't say is more powerful than what you do. It allows others to fill in the blanks, and that's what keeps their minds hooked. Remember, silence gives your presence weight. When you walk into a room and don't rush to speak, people feel that energy. They start asking, who is that person? That's presence. That's control. That's power. Silence isn't just external, it's internal. When you learn to silence your mind, you stop being reactive. You stop overthinking what people think of you. You stop trying to prove, please, or chase. Instead, you become centered, focused, peaceful. And that calm energy changes everything. Silence helps you hear what others can't. It sharpens your intuition. It connects you to your deeper self. The part of you that knows when to act and when to wait. The loudest people rarely have control. But the quiet ones, they've mastered their emotions. They don't chase attention, they attract it. You'll notice that truly successful people, leaders, thinkers, entrepreneurs, don't waste energy on noise. They move in silence. They build in silence. And then, they let their results speak for them. So next time you're tempted to explain yourself, to prove your point, to talk over someone, pause, breathe, and remember, silence isn't the absence of power. It is power. The one who speaks less learns more. The one who listens more understands deeper. And the one who controls silence controls the room. In a world addicted to noise, be the calm in the chaos. Be the one who speaks with purpose, who doesn't chase attention. Because real power doesn't shout, it whispers, and still commands the room.